Hello dear students, myself Professor Mishraka Surethra from JT Arts Science and Commerce College, Department of English. The topic of my today's presentation is the character sketch of Rosie in R.K. Narayan's The Guide. R.K. Narayan is a great writer of characters. He is praised for his characterization. He has created characters with great consideration, and his characters are based on the psychological treatment. All his characters are real and lifelike, and in this way his characters have become immortal characters. Rosie from R.K. Narayan's The Guide is one of the main characters of the novel. R.K. Narayan has portrayed the character of Rosie as a typical Indian woman who loves her husband despite his entire fault. She always feels proud of her husband. Though she belongs to a dancer family, she is highly educated and she is influenced by her husband and her background. She is presented in the novel as a beautiful dancer of the Devdasi variety of temple dances. Let's focus on the character sketch of Rosie. Rosie is an attractive young wife of Marco. Her marriage has been like a curse in disguise because her husband Marco is totally engaged in his career. He is totally apathetic and unemotional to her. She is very passionate about her dancing, but her husband does not allow her to dance. She is a typical Indian wife. She is like a traditional Indian wife. Her husband is like God to her. Marco calls her dancing skills as a street acrobatics and compares it to monkey dance. Despite all these insults, she continues to be his wife. She loves him. When Marco came to know about the intimacy between Rosie and Raju, he became very upset and he didn't talk to her. He completely ignored her presence. She sincerely apologizes to Marco, but he never forgives her. He reacts to her and he disowns her. And we have seen that Rosie is an obedient wife. She is a traditional Indian wife. As far as her desires are concerned, Rosie is shown as a dreamer. Her human desire is visible through her passion for dancing. Rosie tells Raju, I preferred any kind of mother-in-law if I had met one real live husband. But Marco, on the other hand, is only interested in dead, decaying things. He is not interested in his wife. As a dancer, she is actually living embodiment of those images. But instead of paying attention to that living embodiment, he is in love with those stones, dead stones. When she was left by Marco in Malgudi and starts living with Raju, she is devoted herself completely to dancing. She loves dance and she is passionate for dancing. Therefore, she wakes up early in the morning and practices hard for 3 hours regularly. She is always willing to talk about dance and she even tries to teach Raju some tips of dance. In the end, though she loses her husband and even her lover, she continues to dance. Dance is her life. Dance is her life, whatever comes to her way. Therefore, towards the end of the novel, she is shown as passionate towards her dancing. Rosie is religious by nature. She believes in Goddess Saraswati and she has a bronze image of Nataraja in her office. R.K. Narayan has given a very progressive or modern outlook to her character. She is quite opposite to the typical Orthodox Indian woman of those days who preferred to be conservative. Those women remained in the shadow of their husbands. Here, Rosie is typical Indian wife, but she's little bit different from them. She's a character who stands tall in the novel with her strong reluctance to accept the firmly implanted culture of patriarchy. She's extremely bold, independent, and strong-willed. The characteristics of her determination and resolution can be noticed during various stages of her life. She's from the family of temple dances. She breached the social custom and broke the chains of bondage tied around the women of her caste or her family that existed to complete her master's in economics. During those days, very few girls from such families used to go for higher studies. Rosie completed her master's degree and she is shown as a woman with MA economics. Her success doesn't get her to her head as she remains a down-to-earth person even after becoming a very successful in her dancing career. Once Raju became very upset because Rosie spent a lot of time with different artists and not with him. He came to her and said that these artists come to her because they are inferior to her. She replies to him saying that she doesn't believe in superior or inferior. She doesn't discriminate people on the basis of their financial status. On one hand, when Raju prefers to meet people who are very rich and influential in the society, Rosie doesn't care much about these people. Being herself an artist, she respects art and she likes to be in the company of artists and other music lovers. Rosie is shown as a typical Indian wife, but at the same time, she is true to her lover. She is true to her lover in spite of the forgery committed by Raju. When Raju commits forgery to get the jewelry of Rosie, Rosie does not desert him. Though Rosie comes to know about every treacherous and fraudulent activity of Raju, she compromises with the situation. Instead of punishing Raju for his deceit life, she is determined, like a true beloved, to spend every penny that she is arranging a capable defense for Raju, although she has earlier decided to give up dancing as a profession. She hires a lawyer for Raju. She signs a fresh dancing contracts to raise money for the release of Raju. Here we can say that she truly loves Raju and her love for Raju is passionate love. In fact, her dignified and noble behavior brings out our sympathy. She is embodiment of feminine principle of ideal womanhood. Rosie's character is symbolic of the state of conflict. She is a person torn between traditional norms and the desire for liberation. Rosie belongs to a family of Devdasis. Those women are dedicated to a life of being temple dancers. She challenges her socially stigmatized identity by acquiring a university degree in economics. Her decision to marry Marco, a man of academic interest, is primarily motivated by desire to step out of Devdasi fold. However, a part of her nature remains intensely orthodox. She tries to conform to a marital life of patriarchal hypocrisy, indifference and apathy to maintain social respectability. Here we find Rosie holds herself responsible for her failed marriage. Rosie defies cultural traditions and she moves in with Raju to fulfill her physical and creative desires. The relationship between Raju and Rosie falls apart due to his greedy, exploitive and possessive nature. Eventually, Rosie discovers her potential for self-reliance. She realizes that the core strength of her life lies in her craft. Rosie's character is a complex female character. She is a hybrid of tradition and modernity of Indian culture. She challenges the Hindu orthodox stereotype of how a woman should be, and yet a part of her complex nature is intensely orthodox. Now here we can say that a woman trying to desperate free herself from the pigeonhole, at the same time allowing doors of patriarchy to enclose her, is reflected through Rosie's character. R.K. Narayan has given a very progressive or modern outlook to Rosie's character. He has tried to portray her character with a lot of compassion and concern, because a woman who had her master's degree had to face miserable treatment from her husband. She had always aspired to become a famous dancer, but Marco, her husband, never supported or encouraged her to follow her dream of becoming a renowned classical dancer. Marco represents a male-dominated society who thinks women are treated as objects, and he considers his passion for studying or researching about temple, painting and drawing is something aesthetic. He tries to ridicule her by comparing her talent to street acrobatics. He says, when asked whether she could dance, he says, "Oh, you want to rival me? Is that? This is a branch of learning, not street acrobatics." See the words which he uses for her. Dear students, an acrobat on a trapeze goes on doing the same thing all his life. And he says that Rosie's dance is like that acrobat's. What is their intelligence or creativity in it? He asks her. Here we find that Rosie is depicted as the epitome of patience and perseverance. She doesn't react here, but instead she does her best to adjust with her husband. She thinks she can change him, and eventually she would be able to pursue her dream of becoming a classical dancer. She continues. To be a dedicated and obedient wife, even though Marco wants her to be just like a puppet who can't have an identity for herself. He doesn't take into consideration the qualification she has, but treats her just like any of the illiterate women in the society. At the same time, Rosie displays tremendous tolerance and kept her positive spirit up in spite of Marco being so impolite and unrelenting for so many days. What happens as a consequence of his hard-hearted and merciless gesture is the immense courage and fearlessness of a woman on the face of huge setback or unexpected turn of events in her life. Any woman of her nature would become devastated and clueless when her husband leaves. All of a sudden, leaving her in such predicament, she is not broken. She stays calm, but at the same time, she is determined. She takes a brave decision to face life with courage and determination. Thank you.